Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. We are back in Need for Speed Unbound, ready for part 4, where we can hopefully make some more money to get a bigger and better car. So we can win the qualifiers this Saturday, not literal this Saturday by the way, Saturday in the game, and overall get our car back and win that massive sum of money that Jasmine has put up for grabs. But without me making this intro too long, let's get straight into the video.
Hey kid, I got a Lamborghini Aventador. Belongs to a buddy of mine and he wants to see what this supercar's got.
Whoa, that's a sweet ride. Your buddy's not messing around. Send me the deets.
Done.
So here we go then, another time attack mission, just like we did a couple videos ago or so in the Buick, but hopefully this one should be a little bit more fun and a little easier considering it is a Lamborghini, which is obviously a lot better car than the Buick. But hopefully we'll get some easy money once again, and it should be too difficult because most of the time attacks are actually normally quite easy. Here we are then, we have arrived at the Lamborghini's location ready to take on this time attack challenge. I must say the Lamborghini does look quite nice. I do like those wheels on it, but personally I would put it a little bit lower and give it a bit more camber, but that is because I'm a massive child. But I do love a big wing, and I really like wide body supercars, can't lie. And I do think the Stradman has contributed to that a little bit. But anyway, we are underway for our time attack, and it's quite a nice car to drive. It actually sticks and handles really well. Yeah, sticks really well to the road. But a lot nicer than the Civic. It doesn't feel like I'm driving a van, which is quite refreshing to be honest. But that's already a quarter done, and hopefully this will be quite simple for us to do. So I think we have beaten the time. We've got to beat it 1 minute 40, and we did it in 1:25. So that is an easy £3 for us. Like I was saying, they're quite nice little challenges and quite easy to do.
I could have done it. It's nice to be getting back to work again after, well, you know, customers coming back, and you're a big part of it.
It's the least I can do.
Hey, the past is a pass.
Deep, you should print that on some t-shirts.
And give them away free with oil changes. Later.
Yo, Speedy, I've been doing some digging on Jasmine's crew.
And what do you got?
They ain't big time, but they ain't small time either. We need to know who's putting up the cash for the Lakeshore Grand. But you should just focus on your game, and let me worry about the rest.
So we have come all the way to the other side of the map to do another event, and it turned out it was a drift event. I just thought it was a normal race, but because the steering wheel won't let me, the game won't let me put up my map on the steering wheel. But yeah, it turns out it's a drift event, and long story short, it didn't go very well, so we'll just leave that. I cannot even drift this thing. It's got no power whatsoever. I literally put a handbrake turn and it stops. So yeah, on to the next event. Here we are then, ready for the first race of the video. Luckily this is not a drift event and it is an actual race, so we get a good start for us, to be honest. And this car, with the minor upgrades I've done to it, is actually quite a top competitor. So hopefully we can make a good amount of money and finish quite highly in the race. So we are doing alright at the moment. We are fourth, very much behind the leaders, right on their tail. All three of them go very deep into that corner. We're able to cut back, and we are in first. I don't know how long I'll hold on to this for, and hopefully I can hold on to it for the rest of the race. 30% to go now, and I am in a little Civic winning a street race. Never thought I'd be saying that. The finish line is in sight. We are still in first, and there we go. We have won the race. I think that's the first race we've actually won with this car, which is quite nice, to be honest. And that means we have got. Okay, I thought we had about £3, but I'll take two and a bit grand. It's not bad. It's not bad. Slowly building our money up so we can get the better cars. So there isn't really much to do in the day at the moment, so we will head back to the garage and claim our winnings for the day. and get into some night racing, because that is where all the good races are, and normally there are quite a fair few of them.
So, I'm still unclear. Okay, how's the kid gonna get the car back?
I'm hearing Yaz never backs down from a challenge. Apparently, she's pretty stubborn.
Probably why we got along. I mean, used to.
We just have to catch her at the perfect moment. Put her reputation on the line.
Yeah, well, whatever she does, remember, don't bring the heat down on the garage.
I like to think of this plan as a fluid plan. As in...
It's fluid?
now you're getting it? Hey, Speedy. Grab a pen and paper.
I kind of have my hands full.
Doing what?
Juggling knives.
Oh, for real? You never said you had circus skills?
I'm driving.
Oh, snap. Then just remember everything I'm about to drop on you exactly, okay? High-stakes events are a big buy-in, but a bigger reward. But come with big risks. Head-to-head events are you against another racer. Show them the whites of your eyes. Marathons use the whole city. Lakeshore's your playground. Then there's winner takes all and endurance. To the death.
Wait, what? To the what?
Just checking you're listening. But basic is lots of events, lots of ways to make money. Go do some. And a little tip from my 3 years of clown college. Always leave them wanting more.
You went to clown college?
Boom! How else do you think I can get 20 people in one car?
So just like I was saying, it seems that there's going to be more bigger high risk but more high stake races, which means obviously more money, which is always just the thing you should always look at. If there's risk, don't really worry as long as money's involved. But we've arrived at the first location for the night, making a safe-ish bet, feeling fairly confident about this race considering we won the last one, and hopefully we can maybe even win this one as well. My hopes aren't that high, but once again I'm getting a stupid glitch where the revs judder, but I've learned that if I don't touch anything until the race starts, like about now, yeah, it's fine. As you can see, I'm not too worried about getting the perfect start like revs. I just kind of rev it and hope for the best, to be honest. We have had quite a good race, to be honest. We're in second, finish line is right in front of us, and it all came at the cost of damaging our car only a little. I mean, we've only smashed the bonnet, the doors, the windows, what else, the fenders, the boot. I mean, but I mean, overall, I've done quite well.
I heard you help people out.
From time to time.
Can you get to me now?
Absolutely. Hang tight.
So I take it this will be another Rudiger situation where hopefully we'll get another safe house and won't get caught by the cops. I am normally quite safe with these. I'm not really flooring it everywhere just because I can't be bothered to get my heat too high that I can't go and then do more races.
That sounds too easy.
Okay. Then I expect to be rolling around on a bed of C notes at the end of every day.
So we have arrived at the pickup spot. I'm guessing that's our guy. I don't know, but I'm wondering if all these people that we're picking up, like Rudiger, I don't know this bloke's name, but this guy, will come back at the end and like help us to defeat the big boss, basically, because that's what normally happens in the Need for Speed games. But at the moment, we're just their taxi service, and we're getting a safe house out of it, so can't really complain.
Thanks. I needed that. Don't like trouble.
You and me both. You cool?
Yeah.
So, look, I'm not gonna lie. You seem a little shy. Doesn't that go against street racing?
Dunno, does it?
Yeah, usually after being chased by the cops, the adrenaline is really pumping, and people generally don't stop talking. So, what got you into it?
Saw this anime when I was a kid. Really stuck with me.
Oh yeah, like a cartoon.
Cartoon? Anime is not a cartoon.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was it about?
It was set in the mountains in Japan. These two street racers work together until, BAM! One of them betrays the other. After that, they battle it out to win the final race.
I don't watch anime, but I quite like the reference there to Initial D. That is quite cool, I can't lie.
I've never seen anything like it before. The colors, that art style, amazing.
You seem pretty hyped about it.
It was like someone turned on a switch in my brain. You never seen any anime?
I didn't get to watch much growing up.
Shame. I can recommend some stuff to you if you're interested.
Yeah. I guess so. Yeah.
It's amazing, life-changing. It helped me. Helped me a lot.
It really does sound like it had a positive impact on you.
It did. Did you know that anime began in 1956?
No?
And did you know that 60% of the world's animation is anime?
Not until now.
Thanks for the ride. That was some good looking out.
Anytime.
Look, I'm gonna hit you up with some recommendations, all right?
You know, you really don't have to. Most of my spare time is going into racing, so...
Nah, it's okay. I don't mind. I'll send you some recs. Trust me, you'll love them.
So there we go then, we have dropped him off at his safe house. We have also unlocked that safe house, which should help us, in theory, should help us get away from the cops a little bit easier. Especially as, obviously, we have quite an underpowered car at the moment. It'd help a lot if... the tiniest things would help a lot. But, I mean, he really wanted us to watch some anime. I don't think I'll be taking this offer up too soon, but he seemed like a nice bloke, and I would not mind having him on my side. So I accidentally smashed into a police car, wasn't really paying attention, and now we're in a pursuit. Luckily my heat is only at level 1, and we're only being chased by 2 cops, so I'm hoping if I just floor it down here, annoyingly I can't go up to the meetup, but hopefully if I just floor it down here, especially as I've only got 1 cop now, I should, in theory I should be able to get away. But I didn't feel too smart. Yeah, I just kind of like drove into the police car. Oh crap, that's a cop. Oh shit. But I think we have got away with it, so in the end it's alright. And hopefully we can get onto the next race nicely and win it. Because I am actually feeling quite confident in this car now. Obviously still in a fast one, but I mean it's not doing too badly. It's holding its own in races, and I've won with it now. So yeah, only up from here, I guess. And there we go. We've escaped the cops. Yeah, again, at the lower heats, you just have to drive in a straight line, and they can't keep up with you. Which is quite nice actually, because it makes it a lot easier to actually escape them and just get on with your night, to be honest. We have arrived at our next event. It's called a takeover. I've got no clue what to expect in this at all, and there's only 4 people I'm actually competing with. Hopefully it's not like a real takeover where you have a bloke in an SRT hit an 18-year-old about 20 feet. But yeah, let's just see what it's like.
It's everything. Old fashioned and new fashion. It's all about the love for passion. We gonna paint this whole city black when we burn. You say it pays the cost to be the boss, right? Let's show them who's in charge. It's the takeover.
Check it out, listen up. Next up is the test to see who's the best. Let's see who got the whole city on lock. Rev up, gear up, burn out, let's go!
So this seems very different, obviously, to an actual race that you normally have in Need for Speed. I think, I'm not 100% sure what I've actually got to do here, so please excuse me if I'm just kind of like driving aimlessly and you're getting very angry at me because I'm just being a bit stupid with what I've got to do. I think I've got to hit basically all the really colourful neon stuff to get more points, as well as just doing different tricks like drifting and stuff. But it's actually, I quite like the idea of it. It's quite cool. I like, because it's proper underground. It does remind me a lot of Need for Speed Pro Street, if any of you remember that. And I like the idea. I like how it's like I'm saying, I like how it's all underground. But it might take a little while to get used to, because obviously it's a brand new thing to the Need for Speed games. I haven't done it before, as well as I might need a more powerful car to be able to pull off the drifts a little bit better. But for now, I think I can't really tell if we're doing well or not. But hopefully we at least beat our bet. But it might be a bit of a stretch at this point. But we will see. And hopefully I can get something out of it. So we're coming near the end of our first takeover event, and I don't know if I'll be able to beat my bet. I'm going to try and drift as much as I can, completely messing up that last corner, but we've at least got third, so we haven't come last, we've come third, but we haven't beaten our bet. So I don't know how much money you actually get from these, but I suppose for our first time, third isn't too bad.
But I know we could do better than that.
I agree, mate, I agree. But we haven't done terribly. We were only 4,000 points off of second place, or the person we bet against, and we didn't do. I mean, with a bit of practice, I think we'll do better. So it's all a learning curve, and I think we'll get there eventually. There isn't anything else for me to really do in this night, so we're gonna go straight back to the garage and collect our money. We're building up our money slowly but surely, and with about, I don't know, a few more races, we'll get a lot better car.
Progress comes from looking ahead. But I've proven over the last 4 years that progress comes when we look to the past, while keeping our eyes to the future. Remember, our past defines the future, and the past was the future once too. Vote for me, Mayor Morgan Stevenson. The past, present, and future of Lakeshore.
Jeez, that's not scary at all.
Right, I've just gone on, as you can see, I've gone on to my own cars. I had no clue I had this at all.
Trust me when I tell you it is.
There's a little spot over on the north side.
Alfredo's had it, not as good.
Really? No way.
Way.
I guess I know what I'm doing for dinner tonight.
Oh, sounds good. It's on me.
Yeah, before I was interrupted by Rydell. Yeah, I had no clue. I had a McLaren F1 sitting in my garage. So, of course, we're going to use that over a Civic. I will have to check if I can actually take the body kit off. But right now, I just want to get out and actually see what it's like. It looks like we've got another takeover. I didn't know they happened today, but I don't know. It was obviously an all-round event. So we'll go do this in the McLaren F1. I can't believe we had that. I can't believe we left it. But hopefully it's actually quite a good car. I mean, it's obviously quite a good car, but in the game it's quite a good car.
Rydell's proteges always need to practice, and the garage has a reputation to maintain.
I ain't about to let the garage's reputation down.
Good. I've had a heads up on where the next takeover is tonight. Why don't you go get the jump start?
Thanks, Shimizu.
Hey, Speedy, you heard of this guy, Alec?
Yes, I have heard of that guy, Alec.
Well, I found out he's the one who's putting up the cash for the Lakeshore Grand, and he's counting on Yaz to win. How fast is that car you built for her exactly?
Fast. And she built it for me.
Judging by your tone, I can see I touched a nerve. I'll leave you alone with your feelings and some sad boy hip-hop. Later, Speedy.
So we've got some more information on that Alec bloke, and I mean, obviously he's still very dodgy, but so he's. I think it's. I don't know if you guys know the Need for Speed Payback story, but I think it will be very similar to that, because in that one, the house, as it was called, was betting on the main rival basically to win the race and was fixing all the races. So I think this might be a very similar situation. Also, if you cannot tell by my awful driving, I haven't really got the hang of the F1 yet, and I do need to still get used to this drift mechanic because it is a bit awkward on this one, and Need for Speed seems to have quite an obsession with changing their mechanics every single game, so you don't really know what to expect, or you don't get the chance to get used to a certain way to drift on these games. I mean, obviously they're very unrealistic to real life, and I just smashed into a wall, so that's a good thing. Well, it's into a rock, but anyway, it's quick, so that's all that matters. I mean, actually, to be honest, it isn't as quick as I would hope, considering it did hold the record for being the quickest car for quite some time until the Veyron came along. But you know, it's still better than the Civic. Grip's a little bit better, and but I think it will just be one of those cars that it always given to you, and it doesn't really make too much of a difference, to be honest. I got really excited at first because I was like, oh my god, I'm going to win every race now. But that doesn't seem to be the case. But as you can see, we're practicing for our next takeover, and hopefully I can actually get used to the car by the next takeover. So we haven't really done an amazing job this time on this race, but or this takeover, sorry. But at least we got used to the car, or at least getting used to the car, and we should be able to do a bit better on the next run at the next takeover. I don't know how this will fare in races either. I might absolutely obliterate the opponents with this, to be honest, but I'm not that confident just yet. So I do think it's a good idea for me to just quickly go over and do another race to just see the actual performance of this car. For some reason it's put me back to the Civic, which I'm not 100% sure why. But yeah, we'll race we'll try and race the F1 here, and it's done the same. I don't know why it keeps doing that, because oh, I see. Basically, that it won't allow you to race really high powered cars in lesser races. Yeah, that's a shame. We have got the Civic. Sadly, we can't race the Mclaren F1 just now, because we don't have a high level or a high enough race level to actually be able to race it in, as we're still at the very low end of or very bottom of the street racing ranks. But we're in the Civic. Got a terrible start, by the way, because I forgot that I can't touch anything on my steering wheel until the race starts, and that is because I've got the stupid glitch still of where the revs will judder, and I can't go anywhere in the car. It doesn't go over 30, I don't think. So I had to switch to my controller, but we're in the race now. As you can see, we're doing okay, keeping with the pack quite well, and we are fourth. So hopefully we get a good result. I know I say that every time, but hopefully we will get a good result and get a good amount of money, so we can upgrade this car and make it a little bit faster, because I think I'm going to go for making this car faster at the moment before I actually get a better car, as I think that'll be a lot more beneficial to me and a lot easier to do in terms of money wise. Because to save up for another car, I've got to get over double of what I already have, and to get what I've already got was quite a stretch. So I think I'll just upgrade this car for now, and maybe after the qualifiers on Saturday I'll be able to get money from that and upgrade cars then. We have had a very decent race. We have got third position, and that is good enough for us. In this little Civic, obviously, I don't think it has as much power as the other cars. We seem to be slower in the straights, unless we do a little bit of drafting on the car in front, or just using our nitrous. But we've got third, got a good amount of money, so I think we'll head back to the garage now and just secure the money we have earned for today. So we have got 14 grand in total now. Hopefully that's enough to upgrade this car and make it better and quicker, and hopefully we can win more races.
It was great to have the garage back in the racing scene again. Feel like my old self. In the garage all day, working on the baddest cars Lakeshore has ever seen. Reminds me of this one time. I was ripping through downtown and tricked out DeLorean, and all of a sudden...
What?
I'm gonna pretend you didn't just say that.
So I think Rydell is starting to be bitten by the racing bug once again. But first, I really want to take this body kit off of the F1, because I won't deny that it does look good, but I genuinely think the original F1s just look so much better. But just like that, I quite like this GTR body kit. I would love to have that, but obviously it would be a very poor financial decision, and even if I did have the money, I'm not 100% sure I'd do it just now. But maybe later on in the game, to make it look that little bit, to give it that GTR style, because I do really like the look of the GTRs. But yeah, I think Rydell wants to get back into the racing scene. As I've said from the beginning, I do believe that he will be racing with us on the main event or at least helping us in some way in the racing, and getting involved for himself. Right, here we go then. Let's get some modifications on this Civic. I'm not 100% sure what I can actually do and what I've unlocked yet. I've done very slight ones, but I think we will put a turbo on it. Probably dual turbo, as I prefer the sound of turbos over a supercharger, if I'm quite honest. And a lot of you might hate me for that opinion, but I think that's the way to go. We've gained, what, 0.3 seconds to 60? Let's put some good tyres on it, so it can actually grip round corners and be a little bit easier to drive. Because I think cornering speed, as probably a lot of you agree, cornering speed is a lot more important than straight line speed. Obviously it still needs, it can't go like 2 for its top speed, but it still needs to go at reasonable speed, but going faster in the corners is so much better than going faster in straight. I'm not 100% sure what I can actually do, what I can afford to do to the body, to be honest. I'm not too fussed about changing it that too much. Maybe put a new bumper on it, but there's nothing I can really do there. I'm not really a huge fan of putting a splitter on it. I don't really like those headlights. I'm not too fussed about the rims, all the fenders, to be honest. Because I actually really like how these cars come already. I do like the clear tail lights, so I might get them actually. I do prefer that. Well, I'm supposed to not clears, are they? But you get what I mean. I do prefer them a lot more than the old ones. But I think that will probably be about it for the actual modifications. Let's maybe edit the wrap, because I'm not feeling that old grey colour. I do quite like that colour, to be fair. I do like white cars. I think white cars look really, really good. I'm not saying that I like red and all that, but I think I really like the sleek designs, especially on the Civics. I think it just looks so much better. I mean, maybe I might get red that later, but I'm not really too sure. Like, I don't really like that green. I didn't mean to put it on at all. But yeah, I actually quite like how this car's looking. I've messed up the colour and shape. I do quite like how there's so many different like styles you can have in this game. I think it's actually really cool. Especially the customization on the Need for Speed games are just above anything else you have in the racing like game market. I mean, if you had like the graphics, Gran Turismo, the customization Need for Speed, the driving mechanics like a set of courses, stuff like that. Just have a quick look at the body kits, and I really like that Speed Hunters body kit. That's actually really, really nice. But it's a bit out of my price range. But ending it on the note of we've just actually properly modified. First, I might get a hood vent actually. Yeah, I like that. I think I'll get it. It makes it look aggressive. You might absolutely hate it, but I'm an absolute child, so I'm gonna get a hood vent. But anyway, guys, I think that'll be the end of the video. If you have made it this far, thank you very, very much for watching. And if you have actually made it this far, you're probably like the one viewer that I actually have that has made it this far. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Hopefully we'll know a little bit more of the story in the next video, because at the moment it's slowly building itself up. But I want to get back into like all the cinematics and stuff, because I actually really enjoy watching the story unfold. But yeah, hopefully we could get stuff done a bit quicker now that we definitely know what we're actually doing in the game, and win a few more races with these slight modifications. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I hopefully will see you in the next video.